squatter refused to leave. I don't even know how you even put them two words in the same sentence. Is a Karen that's a squatter? I never seen it before, but y'all finna see it today.
A real estate property manager calls the police after someone breaks into a home he's selling and is still inside the property claiming squatters' rights. What officers don't know is the burglar inside is the worst Karen we've ever seen.
What a joke. That's not our door handle. They took it off.
6-9-189. I can hear dogs. Somebody's coming to the door.
They got dogs too.
You look.
Can you hold on? What a cheek. It's astonishing, isn't it?
He looked out the window and then walked away from the door.
The thing is, the only way to get the lockbox off if you don't know the code is to take the door handle off and throw it away. They came prepared. That's our standard key. That key does all of our properties throughout the U.S.
Hi there.
Hi. No.
Come on out.
I don't have paperwork. Why are you on my property?
1025. Come on out.
No. Do not touch
You
me.
need to come outside right
No,
now.
I do not. I know my laws. Sir, get off of my
Come on
property.
outside.
You don't own nothing. Talking about get off my property. You didn't buy a thing.
Adverse property. Adverse possession with title.
Then you need to come out and talk to me because we
Okay,
got the
I
realtor
will talk
outside.
to you right there.
Come outside.
Respect my space. You do not have any right to come and grab me.
Did I touch you?
You were trying to grab
Yeah,
me
because
when I
we're
have
here.
my paperwork.
Then
Sir,
come outside.
this is a civil matter now because I filed adverse possession, sir,
Come
with the state of
outside.
Florida. Sir, get out of my house.
Adverse possession is a law that allows a trespasser to legally acquire the title to another person's property that is abandoned or not maintained. However, a person can only claim this after uninterrupted possession of the house for 7 years and cannot be done in secret.
I paid $4K down to get this.
Then come outside and discuss that with us.
I will discuss it. You don't have no right to grab me, sir, when I have my paperwork. You are listening to one side of a story. You did not hear me. I am an American citizen. You have no right to step in my house. There is not one way to purchase a home.
You're going to come outside
Get
or
out
I
of
will
my house.
remove you from the house.
You cannot remove me from my house with my paperwork, sir.
Can we see the paperwork you have?
State of Florida, adverse possession, Ashley. Me and my husband had filed this.
You need to come outside.
Okay, well, you need to know your laws because
didn't
you
buy
seem very
anything.
uneducated about adverse possession. I know what I'm doing.
I'll tell you what, the people who know what they're doing and know that they're doing illegally don't react the way that you do. They don't speak
You
the way that
almost
you do.
grabbed me. I said, give me a minute so that I can put my dogs away, and you grabbed me.
You tried to come running out the back of the house to run. You could have gone out the
Why
front
would I
door.
run?
You didn't know I was back
The
here.
front, I saw you from there. See the assumption, sir? One of them came and tried to break in.
That was
and
an
messed up.
agent trying to show the property that is vacant and is not yours. What are you talking about?
First of all, it is.
No, it's not. I've got all the paperwork.
Real
The
estate
offers
in an attempt to establish adverse possession with title. How long has the home been sitting there abandoned?
not
I have
abandoned.
every right to actually.
It's not abandoned.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's
sweetheart,
listed
you
in the
know adverse
MLS.
possession.
It's listed
Get
in the MLS.
ignorance.
It's listed in the MLS.
You can't grab me out here.
I'm not grabbing you. You need to get out.
No, he tried to grab me out of here. We filed adverse possession on the home already. Thank you. He could be on MLS all it wants to be. Adverse possession is still a law, sweetheart. Thank you. Milo, come inside. Come inside, Milo.
Don't snicker.
I just did.
You'll be out. Don't worry.
I don't care.
Yeah, you will.
I paid
You'll
already.
be out.
I already
You'll
paid.
be out.
We went to the.
You'll be out. I'll be back in 30 days with the sheriff, and you'll be out.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. Don't
Bye.
worry. You'll be
Bye.
out.
Adverse possession.
Smarty pants.
What's adverse
You know what you're doing? Out you go.
Yeah, whatever.
what's adverse?
He's trying to say it's abandoned. It's not abandoned. There's a sheet in there where the
didn't end up
contractors
grabbing
come and clean it every week.
had no
It's not
idea.
abandoned. It's listed. It's been listed for a year. We have showings all the
That is crazy that somebody can be. They can just come steal your home that you bought. You like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this property. I'm gonna build it up, and you can just come there one day. Somebody stole it. You can bring the police with you, and they be like, yeah, I'll be back in 30 days. Like, you gotta wait 30 days. Oh,
time. It's not abandoned.
And sometimes
It's
you
not
can't
an
even get it
abandoned
back.
Property. So she's lying. She doesn't know what she's talking about. There's a certificate of title.
And he's showing us the certificate of the title right now.
Select Portfolio Servicing.
This is his company.
There's my listing agreement from Select Portfolio Servicing. This is how old the file
Oh,
is.
you're breaking up. I
It's
can't
never been abandoned since we foreclosed on it. My phone number was on the window. Just taking that down.
The realtor said his phone number was even on the window and they took that down.
This was in the window. We don't see it now. I got pictures of it there last week.
Okay.
There's my sign last week, and there you can see the lockbox and our brass door handle. Gone.
With all the paperwork and photo evidence the property manager has, officers determine he's correct, and the Karen has no authority to claim adverse possession on the residence. Now they just need to figure out how to get her out of the house.
Here's where we're at. What she's doing is squatting. They changed the locks, took the locks, that's that. So we have authority. If you want to break the door down, we can go in and remove her forcefully. We can arrest her with trespassing and theft for stealing the locks. That's entirely up to how far you want to go with this.
Yeah.
Would you rather do it the safer way with minimal risk of damaging the property
keep that
and
door
doing,
down.
like you said, doing the 30 days with the sheriff's office? Or are you wanting her removed immediately now? Because if that's the case, if she doesn't let us back in, if she doesn't come and agree to open the door, which she may not do now because she knows she's probably in the wrong, you will have to be responsible for breaking the door down and paying for the damages.
Well, it's our property anyway. We own it. Whatever damage is there is there. What are they going to do in the month they're there? And the money they're going to cost us by not being able to market it?
I can't answer that.
No, exactly. So you don't think she's going to come to the door anyway?
I mean, we can try again, and I would have German go up there because she doesn't like me, clearly, so she might be willing to come back to the door once he goes up to it. What do you think?
Try it.
Let's try that.
Good. I hope y'all drag her out.
Can we see that paperwork again, please? Can we go to the back?
I filed adverse possession.
Can you just meet me in the back door? Because I need you to show me that paperwork again.
She said she's coming out?
Yeah, she says, stay right there. She's going to show me through the window, I guess. He's the one that's going to need to breach this door.
Can he give us permission to kick it in, or does he have to be the one to actually do it?
You're going to make a 70-year-old man risk his old limbs for kicking the door.
I don't know. I don't know what the legal requirements are here. He's a senior officer. He's a master police officer, so he knows this stuff more than I do.
Yeah, let's check the back door.
Hey, look, and if y'all wondering why they said, why don't he kick it in? Because since it's his property, he has the legal authority to kick the door in. Like, say if I, like, anywhere that you live, like in your house right now, you know you can kick your door in and not get in trouble for it. Like, if somebody lock you out, you can kick your door in. You live there. You been there.
Do you have a screwdriver or a drill?
Or if you own it, you can
I
kick
have
it in.
my multi-tool that has a screwdriver in it.
Yeah, it will be faster with a drill. Because that door, like you said, it's been broke, but it's just that little piece of wood is holding it.
Ma'am, you're gonna need to come outside. At least open the door.
Why?
Because I'm ordering you.
You are not my authority.
If you refuse to follow that order, you will be arrested for resisting. Do you want to be arrested for resisting?
Resisting what? I have my paperwork.
Resisting a lawful order.
Give me a second. I'm recording.
Go ahead and record, and then open the door.
You said you wanted to see the paperwork.
We need to see it personally. Come open the door.
Adverse possession means paying the taxes on the home.
If you have no reason to worry, come
You
open the
tried
door.
to grab me of your assumption, sir.
I'm gonna go grab my multi-tool. If we don't have a drill, we don't have a drill.
Step back. Step back. Step back from the door. Step away from the door. Step away from the door. Sir, step away. Tell this man to step away.
Just step away just a little.
I need to see him. I filed adverse possession on the 20th.
Can I see that?
Yes. You can hold, you don't have to hold it, sir. This is the original copy.
Okay.
As you can see, this is the adverse possession
What's
of
your
the
name?
state of Florida. Ashley.
Okay.
Now, I know what I'm doing because this is not the only property that I paid.
Like, how do you go in somebody else's property, steal a house and live comfortable, like being there just living like, oh, I'm finna give me some dogs, or we can raise a family here. That's the type of mentality they giving me.
Taxes on. You pay a portion of taxes for adverse possession. And you start cleaning up the home so you can take over the home. Milo, come inside now. Melody, inside. So no longer, this is not in your hand. This is a
Hold
court
on.
civil case
My
where
bad,
we
y'all.
fight.
Hold on, my bad, y'all, but they really think that this is the animal kingdom where if a bird leave their nest, you can just steal it. Like, that's the energy I get from these people. Like, you know how birds be making nests Like imagine the bird just leave and go migrate, and then like another bird comes steal the nest. That's exactly what type time they on.
And we show them that we're going to be paying taxes on the home. When you pay a portion of the taxes, you go to the appraisal office and you pay a portion of the taxes on the home. This home has been sitting. That's why adverse possession exists. That's not my fault that you can't do your job and you can't
legally foreclosed on.
If you are a real estate agent, that means you have to sell in a limited time.
You know nothing about what you're talking
Yes,
about.
I do. It's called adverse possession.
$575,000 was paid for this property in January of last year at foreclosure sale.
Yeah.
That makes it legally the owner's property. It has
No,
not
it
been
doesn't.
abandoned. I have pictures of the property every week, date and time stamp, which will go to the court. You are wrong. It
No,
is never
you are
abandoned,
wrong.
and we are maintaining the property.
And
all right?
maintaining it. What's
Yeah.
wrong with the pool
Yeah.
and the frogs?
Yeah.
And what's wrong
Doesn't
with
do any difference at all.
that's not maintaining.
Makes no difference. The property, and we have not abandoned it.
I'm going to
We're
sit
here
for
every
it.
10 days.
10-15, let's make it.
So your criteria are wrong.
No, my criteria, sir, you cannot grab me, sir.
Do not
Sir,
resist.
you
Do not
cannot grab.
resist.
I have dogs. Sir, I filed
Do not
adverse
resist.
possession.
Stop resisting.
I filed adverse possession. I did it the right way. Stop.
Lock her up.
Sir, please. My dogs. Sir.
Get out of here.
Sir, can you help me? I filed adverse possession. Sir, that's my paperwork. Sir, what about my dogs? What about my
Against the
dogs?
wall. Against the
What
wall.
about my dogs? You didn't listen to me.
Dad,
You're
stop
doing this
resisting.
incorrectly.
You want to get tased?
No.
Turn around right now.
Turn around.
Oh my God! I paid $4,000.
Adverse
Can I get my receipt?
Stand against the wall and stop resisting now.
I need to call the police because this is wrong. I have my paperwork. You cannot arrest me. You cannot arrest me. Why are you arresting me? Are you serious? Why am I being arrested?
Oh my God, she's really getting arrested, y'all. Oh my God. What shall we do? Did y'all know that you can light a Dorito on fire? Yeah, so if you ever in the wild, just bring some Doritos with you. Good fire starters. But back to her and her pain and her trauma from just stealing and living.
I have rights.
I told you, burglary, trespassing,
This
and
is
theft.
not burglary. I have the paperwork, sir. I went through the appraisal. State appraisal. They gave me the key. Oh my God, sir.
And now you're being charged with resisting.
Sir, can I breathe, please? I can't breathe. Let me, please, give me my phone. Let me get my stuff.
You don't get your stuff now.
I have my MacBook Pro. Wait, let's go inside. I have to. My
We'll get
dog.
everything. We'll get everything.
I can't do this again. Sir, are you pressing charges?
It's up to the bank.
I declare bankruptcy!
Are you pressing charges?
If this officer falls in the water because you won't cooperate,
What about
you're
my
going to be
stuff?
charged.
We'll get it for you.
I wasn't the one who did it. What about my husband?
Stop resisting. Stop.
Leave me alone. Sir, please.
Stop spitting in my face.
I'm not. That's not fair because I had my paperwork. You're racist, and I'm coming for you. I can't wait to come for you. You're a racist fat. I'm coming for that ass. Don't worry. I have my paperwork. Don't worry. Don't worry. I had paperwork. I had paperwork too. I had my paperwork. And I'm being arrested for what? What am I being arrested for? Burglary?
Oh, you're trying to break out of your cuffs now. So now you're going to get another charge. Up against the wall.
Y'all need to be charged with burglary, armed criminal action, armed criminal moving stuff in other people's house, armed criminal bringing pets into somebody else's dwelling, armed criminal living, armed criminal stealing water, armed criminal stealing electricity. Must I go on? Don't let me be a judge.
You're about to get tased right now.
Siri, call a car. Siri, call a car.
Did she slip the cup?
Siri, call a car. Call a car. Call a car, Siri. No.
Roll over on your back. You're gonna stay right there on the ground.
You fat. Get the f out of my face. Or I spit on you. Get the f out of here. I have no respect for you, you GED, you dumb loser. Adverse possession is a law, and I'm gonna sue the out of you for what you just did. I swear to get the away from me. You ugly.
Pretty mad.
Do we need to wait for a female?
It's just put on the car.
I have mail coming too. I can't wait to see her. That get the off me.
This is when I started working out again 3 weeks ago.
I'll go check the inside with this guy.
6 and now we're gonna need animal control, 2 small dogs, possibly Pomeranians.
All right, let's go inside.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody else in there. So
Oh,
her husband
bitch.
is involved in it as well. I didn't think it was her on her own.
Well, that's what she's been saying to her husband, but
Why does she think she has a right to have a property when other people have to save up the down payment? It's crazy.
all right, just go ahead and announce yourself.
Anybody here?
Lord, what the you, hold on. Do you see how big this room is? Is this a living room or a theater room? Do you know how much you can put in this one room? Hold on. I need to see this house, this property that she stole.
There's some stuff in there. Paperwork.
Don't look too bad.
What about this? Shall I bring this out?
I'm just taking her personal stuff.
That's a good bathroom.
Get back. Get back. Come through. Here's it. Look at this. They came prepared. Here's my sign on the floor. Here's the lockbox with the door handle. There's a baby buggy here. Thank
Nice
God there's no
house.
baby in it. Well, I can't see one, can you? You know what? They probably, that's the dogs.
He even said see me in 30 days, but you antagonized that I would get arrested.
There's our sheet. As you can see, if you want to take a picture of this, this is a sign-in sheet. Look at the dates we're here. We have a crew that come and clean it and make sure everything's okay.
You're trying to ruin my life? You see a black woman all by herself and I'm the mastermind all of a sudden?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You see a black woman all by herself? No, you are a bum. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Absolutely nothing about anything that we've done
You were trying to grab me
had
and you
anything
assumed
to
that I
do
was
with
gonna run
race.
away. When I tried to tell you the front door, go play with the front door right now and see if you can open it from the front.
Stay.
So according to this, in order to use adverse possession, you must move into an otherwise neglected property and improve the property, and the title can be granted to you after a period of time, and it must be done in a visible manner such that it is in conflict with the owner's right, none of which she does.
I'm not gonna cooperate.
It's okay. I'm just gonna do a quick pat either way because it's just for safety measures.
Safety measures for what? You got f***ing belts and everything on you. How safety for what?
You're getting
Look at
you're
me.
getting transported from one place to another.
I don't
so
care.
either way, like I said, I can just hold you here and I can just do a pat real quick. But either way, it's gonna happen.
Don't touch
And then
me.
I got to.
I have my own authority. I'm a sovereign citizen, so just don't touch me. Get
Well,
the
we're
fuck away
going
from
to,
me.
so-
Don't touch me.
Cooperate with the pat down.
You realize just how easy it is if you just.
Touch me.
I just.
How big?
The more she talk, the madder I get. The more she talk, the madder I get. So now you're a sovereign citizen. Let's see how this goes. Okay.
If you spit on me, you're gonna get charged with
What's
additional.
that?
Get out of me! Get out of me! Get!
You put her on the wrap.
Don't touch me, you piece of trash! Get the f away from me! It's you, bitch! You guys broken!
It's not broke. It's not
It's
broken.
broken!
It's not broken.
It's broken!
It's not. She's already gotten out once. Oh, you slipped out of these before. So right now you're just sitting here, and you can put these handcuffs behind your back.
I don't like you guys anymore. Like I cannot. I hate you all. And I hope you guys dies, and I hope your children dies. Like I don't like you guys. And I can't wait for sovereign citizens to just come through. And like when that war begins, I can't wait. Don't talk to me. I'm an American, and I want to be the face of that war too.
Hi, I'm
Officer Espinosa with Orange County Animal Services. I'm gonna be taking your 2 dogs. Okay,
Can you
hold on.
take the number?
Listen,
can
hold
you,
on.
can you
Okay,
take the
well, then
number?
I'm not-
Okay, bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, ugly bitch. That's why your skin sucks.
Are you, on behalf of them, wanting to press charges for all this against her?
I'll check with the asset manager. Can I get back to you?
I done heard her writing a statement, but this man, look at this. Look at this. That's an essay. That's your award-winning book. That's a movie script. Do y'all see how much he done wrote?
The entire point of what we were doing is that you gave us the impression you wanted to press charges. If you're going to come back and say no, we have to let her go.
No, let's do it.
They can always change their minds and have the charges dropped later.
They
But
can,
if,
yeah.
on your, if you being the representative want to press charges on their behalf, they can change their minds later.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can say no and we can release her.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think we should do then?
I cannot give you legal advice. I mean, regardless, I'm going to arrest her for the resisting charges.
And damage?
Well, that's on you guys. That's what I'm saying. Even if you don't know their firm answer right now, you are the representative. You can say yes to it right now. If they change their minds, the state attorney's office will be contacting them regardless, and they would change their minds then.
Okay, put your hand behind your back then. Break my wrist. You're not my authority. Break my wrist. I ain't breaking no wrist. Break my break my arm. Put your hands together. Come out. Come out.
Let's just wait for the wrap.
Okay.
I said no, right?
Oh, you're gonna.
I said no, right? I'll file him up. What's up?
You'll make it,
I'll
man.
file him up. Get the away from me.
Hey, she just slipped the cuffs too many times for me, man. She straight threw her guards up in the back seat. What I say? What's up?
Oh, you're gonna.
I said no, right? I'll
Didn't I say no?
What's up?
You'll make it,
I'll
man.
file him up. Get the away from me. Get the away from me.
Ma'am, you really need to stop resisting.
Nope.
Put her down.
Oh, no. Now you have assault and battery on a police officer. Congratulations.
Awesome. There you go. We're good there. We're good.
When you have her ankles tightened, I'll pull her over in the grass.
Yep. Now pull over.
We're good?
Roll on your back. Stop resisting.
Please back up.
Roll over onto your back. All right, let me lift. Let me lift. There you go. There you go. Grab it.
You are doing this to yourself.
I don't care. You're hurting me.
Get off! Get off of me! You
Get
can't do
off.
this! I'm a human!
Get off!
How is this legal? Get off of me!
Hey, y'all, look, normally I'll be like, man, I don't like when they tie people up, but look, you ain't finna keep slipping the cuffs as much as she is and not get tied up. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Just in case, let me take the helmet. I don't know how she's going to react to this one.
This suspect, Ashley, was charged with felony escape, felony resisting with violence, felony battery on a law enforcement officer, providing false identification for giving the wrong last name, threats to law enforcement, burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, felony threats to a public servant, larceny, and trespassing by adverse possession without notice. There are no records indicating she filed any lawsuits against the involved officers or the property owners. Court records indicate she pleaded not guilty, bonded out, and has since stopped showing up to court, and her bond has since been forfeited. She is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Now, in Florida, it takes 7 straight years of living on a property.
She ain't finna play with me. She got this man over here working hard to get his property back because she want to be a bum. Nope. I'm not playing them games. Not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all can sit right here and play these TikTok Blue Clues games. Not me. Nah, she was trying to live that for free. And she over here trying to Look, some people use their brains for the wrong reason. So you can figure out all this paperwork. Oh, I need this paper and that paper. You can do taxes then. You can do this. You can do that. You smart enough to do something, but you want to be a bum in life. No, she not dumb. I'm going to give y'all that. She is not dumb, but she is a bum. So being a bum make you dumb sometimes. So it is ways and there's regulations and rules to this. And y'all like, what is a bum? A bum is somebody who tries to steal somebody else's property and claim it's theirs. Like this.
On my property.
Come on out.
No, do not touch
You
me.
need to come outside right
No,
now.
I do not. I know my laws. Sir, get off of my
Come on
property.
outside.
Y'all want to know something? When she said, I know my laws, you should have been a lawyer then. Because you knew good and well that they couldn't come in right there. You knew good and well that the old man would be the one who had to kick the door down. So you knew a lot. But yet, you still sit right there and try to be a bum.
Did I touch you?
You were trying to.
But what she had me at was, she talking about, it's because I'm a black woman. I'm a black woman. You are a bum. It ain't no color with that. I don't think y'all understand. Whenever you be like, oh, you a bum, like, you're acting like a straight, no. This is some, that's some bum mentality. You over here stealing property? What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I better learn the definition of some of these words. But hey, hit that like and subscribe button, man. Well, she end up in one of your houses. You gonna go on vacation. You come back, she gonna be in your crib. Now you mad trying to get her. Hey, hit that like and subscribe button though, yeah. I'm not gonna. Hey, y'all, so look, this evil neighbor realized he ain't never going home.
June of 2018, 68-year-old Cindy Testerman was found unresponsive in her home by her son in what appeared to be an obvious homicide.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
Wow.
My mother is dead. I just walked into her house. I haven't heard from her in 2 days, and I came over to check on her. She is lying on the floor in the kitchen. I believe she was either assaulted or murdered. I didn't get close to her, but there is a gun on her kitchen table. Her door, it was unlocked when I came in, and her car is missing. She has a home security system on her door, and the last thing that I saw on the home security system was a man getting into her car and driving it away.
The police were unable to ID the man from the surveillance footage. However, they knew that Cindy's car had been stolen, so their search for the vehicle began. They would start by asking Cindy's neighbors if they had seen or heard anything. One neighbor explained that a woman named Judy Slebzik lived across the street from Cindy, and she had not been seen by anyone in almost 3 months. The police would get a warrant to search Judy's home, but they would come up empty-handed. They knew that Judy was a known drug addict and she had a stepson named Ryan McGuire. From there, they searched through old police reports and found a mugshot belonging to Ryan, so they compared it with the surveillance footage. They knew immediately that the man in the video footage was Ryan, so the search began for the murder suspect. The police eventually found Cindy's stolen car, but unfortunately, Ryan had sold the vehicle to an unsuspecting buyer, so that was a dead end. They knew that Ryan was a drug addict, and that most likely he would remain in the area so he could continue to purchase the drugs he needed. Several days would pass, and Cindy's son would notice that his mother's purse was missing, so he checked her credit card statements, hoping they might help in the search. Sure enough, Ryan had been using the credit cards all over town, and according to the statements, he was living at a local motel. After checking to make sure that Ryan was still there, the police would block all exits out of his room and make the arrest. Ryan's hotel room was not only filled with drug paraphernalia, but he also had the IDs and credit cards of both Cindy and Judy. After his arrest, Ryan would be put into an interrogation room and be given McDonald's while he waited for the detective.
Hey, what's going on? Anything I can get a cigarette, man? Yeah, probably.
This just goes to show how drugs can really affect and ruin your life. because they had your mind just not working right. Like some people are really addicted to these substances, and it's because they want to be. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. It ain't even a lot of people who like, oh, he's addicted. It's because he wants to be. He likes the way that feels. He likes the way this and that happens. Like, cause you got to remember, it's two types of people in the world. It's the people who try them drugs and be like, oh no, and it's people who try them drugs and be like, oh yeah. And sadly, a lot of the world has people who rather be out their mind than be living in reality. They rather be like, oh, if I don't remember things for 15 hours a day, then that's a good life. Yeah.
I'll have to find one. It might take me a minute, but yeah, I don't think that's a problem. Are you good? Did we get the wrong thing? I'm good. I ate one. Oh, okay. Anything else you need? I just want a cigarette. You give me a cigarette right now, I'll tell you everything y'all need to know. Okay. And I can give you a phone call with my girlfriend. Yeah, let me see what I can do. You got a preference? I don't know. I don't give a fuck about anything. Really? Yeah. Cigarette. Yeah. All right, man.
This is not Ryan's first arrest. In fact, he has an extensive criminal history. The detective expected to have a difficult time interviewing Ryan because he was a seasoned criminal. When he hears that Ryan plans on confessing to everything for a single cigarette, he leaves the room to go find one.
Of course we're empty, but I got no fucking work on. We should have that cigarette soon. Let me do this real quick. What's your last name? McGuire. McGuire. McGuire, right? Yeah. Ryan Michael. Yeah. How old are you? 32. 32. And your date of birth is? 9/4/85. 9/4/85. Where are you living? Nowhere. Homeless. Say homeless? Yeah. Okay. What was your last address? I don't have one. No. The last place you were laying your head? Hotel. Okay. Okay. What's a good phone number for you? It don't matter. I'm not probably gonna get out. You know, I'm glad I'm warned. I mean, I don't know all the deal with your warrants and stuff. I'm not getting out. I got no phone number. Okay. How far did you get in school? I graduated. Okay. Any college at all? No. Alright, you can read and write English? Yep. Cool. So, you've been locked up before? Yeah. You had somebody read your rights and all? What, today? No, that's what I'm about to do. You don't gotta do all that. It's good. Just let me sign papers so I get the fuck out of here. Alright, well, I gotta at least read it to you, but I'll make it quick. So, what's been going on with you? What can you tell me? Well, you said you can tell me everything, right? What's this for? We got your 3 warrants, right? Huh? You said you got 3 warrants? I got a couple warrants about BOP, and FTA. Okay. What was all that about? I'm drugs. And you use drugs? Yeah. Are you under the influence of anything right now? No. Okay. I ain't had nothing today. Okay. Well, you said you've been staying at the motel there? Yeah, I stayed there for a couple of days. Okay. What about before that? I've been staying with that lady. Who's that? The used car I had. Judy? Yeah. Okay. What's your relationship to her? She's like my stepmom or something like that. Okay. She lets you use the car and everything? Yeah. Alright, nice lady. Where's she at these days? Yeah, listen. I need a cigarette. I'm not saying nothing else, so I get a cigarette. Okay. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know. She's gone too. She's dead too. Just to let you know, she's dead too. You're gonna charge me with that one too. So I'll tell you where she's at soon as I get a cigarette. Alright, man. Let's see if I can get you a cigarette. Now I'm here for the one across the street. What's that? I'm here for what? Across the street. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna beat around the bush with you. That's what it is, okay? Let me get you a cigarette. Man, I'll tell you where Judy and everything is at, so you can charge me with that one too. So alright, bro. I appreciate it.
Once again,
he's just confessing. He like, hey, I just want this cigarette. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know. Because first off, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. People who are on drugs bad don't care about going to jail. Y'all ever heard about like random drug addicts and random people getting stabbed up in jail? They because they owe people money. Because in jail you can get just as many drugs as anywhere else. If you don't believe me, go ahead, go watch that Tommy G interview. The one when he was in Atlanta jail, they'll tell you can get whatever you want in here. It doesn't matter. They be like, a CO just went to jail for this. And it doesn't stop there. Some inmates just got so much money that they can bribe people. If you finna get 30,000, 100,000, you gon' probably, some people gonna fold, you know?
Ryan agrees to tell the detective everything for a cigarette, but this
That's why they don't care
time he
about
gives
going to
away
jail.
even more information about what happened to Judy. The detective leaves to get Ryan his cigarette because there is a chance that Judy is still alive, and if not, at least they can find her body for her family.
What the fuck is that? That's they don't like people smoking in here. They'll allegedly suck up the smoke. I don't know how good it works, but give it a shot. You see the plug over here? It's right here. So we got it. Here, thanks, man. Y'all not gonna find Judy without me telling you where she's at. Where's she at? She's still in her house. Okay. Y'all take me there, I'll show you where she's at. Alright, can you explain it to me? Yeah. She got high, she was getting high, so she asked me to shoot her up, I shot up and she OD'd. So I had a warrant, I wasn't gonna call the police.
Unfortunately, the fan ruins the audio during the first several minutes of Ryan's confession. Ryan claimed that he had been getting high with Judy when she overdosed from the drugs she was taking. After she stopped breathing, Ryan put the body into a large wooden chest in her bedroom where it stayed for 3 months. During this time, he used her car and credit cards to purchase whatever he needed. To explain her disappearance, he told Judy's neighbors that she had gone to rehab and wouldn't be back for some time. On the day Ryan took Cindy's life, Cindy was asking Ryan about Judy, telling him that she didn't believe Judy was in rehab and she was going to call the police. Ryan didn't like this because he knew he was going to get into trouble for not reporting the death and then hiding the body. Plus, he already had several warrants. To prevent the police from being called, Ryan took Cindy's life in her own home. The interrogation picks back up after the detective shuts off the fan. Ryan is talking about how he was arrested at the motel.
So you telling me, this why I be telling y'all people on drugs just, they mind don't work properly. So you're telling me that y'all was doing drugs together, she OD'd and you hid the body. Look, y'all, I know that's terrible. I understand that is very terrible. But look, you wouldn't have went to jail for that long. Instead of going to jail forever, like, come on. Like, the thought process ain't there. And for all the people, oh, he's going to sober up in jail, I put money on it that he's a drug addict in jail right now.
Wasn't. I just wonder they gonna hit that hotel room. Yo, were they gonna hit that hotel room if I never came out there? It's hard to say, honestly. Cause I never got that car. Y'all never got me today. You think? I don't know if y'all knew who I was. Walk out that hotel room, they probably would have got me. Mm-hmm. So, just to make sure I'm following you, okay? You're using dope. Yeah. And crack. Pretty much anything. Okay. When this situation happened with your son, you couldn't get your son back? A month ago. Okay. Did that kind of set you off a little bit or something, and that's why you've been kind of doing burglaries, and you said you robbed the liquor store too? I haven't really did no burglaries since you got caught in that one, or? I never even stole nothing in that one. Okay. My next door neighbor. I didn't even steal nothing. Okay. I was just high. I just walked in that bitch. Right. And when you went to Judy's, was that just because she called me out the blue, helping her get off the drugs? Oh. Okay. And I said, damn, I could just stay here, get rid of her, and just keep using all her money every month. Yeah. That's what I've been doing. And it seemed like it would have worked for a while, except Cindy. Yeah. And she called the house phone over there, wanted to ask about Yeah, ask me questions.
About Judy.
Yeah.
Was she a friend of Judy?
I don't know. Nobody really messed with her. Like, they were just, I told her that she was in rehab, that she was like on a blackout for 45 days. And
how long were you staying with Judy before that happened?
what, before Judy?
Yeah.
Like a couple months.
Okay. And things were good with her?
Yeah.
But, like you said, you were thinking if you can work your way into staying there without her, that's the move.
Right.
Okay. So, when she asked you to shoot her up, you said?
She sniffed it and she went out. She already. Then I shot her up to make sure that she was gone.
Okay. So, she was snorting?
She was doing whatever. Snorting, shooting, snorting, and smoking crack.
So what did she do when that happened? She sniffed, and then she was out of it?
Yeah, she went out. She fell out. She OD'd.
So then you hit her with the dope to make sure?
Yeah, she sniffed the dope and went out on it.
And then you shot her up?
Yeah.
I gotcha. And then what'd you do? That's when you put her in the box?
Yeah, I left her in the bed for a couple days.
Okay. And you put her in the box and put a blanket over it or something?
Yeah.
Okay. When did people start asking what was up with her?
When they didn't see her for a couple days.
Okay. You just said she's a rehab.
Yeah.
But Cindy wouldn't let go.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're over there with Cindy, you guys smoke. Did she start right away with the questions? She was asking
questions since I came over there.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you take the call from her, did you?
I already knew I was going. If she has anything, I already knew I was going to get rid of her.
Yeah. Because you didn't want to take a chance of getting caught up.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go over there.
I drove past her the other day and there was cops down there. I'm shocked they didn't see me.
Mm-hmm. What were you driving?
Cindy's car.
Really? Okay. Where's that?
I gave it to somebody.
Really? Where?
In the city.
So it's floating around somewhere?
Yeah.
Who'd you give it to?
One of my homeboys I deal drugs with.
Okay. What, you just got a nickname or something? You got his real name? I'd like to get the car back to her family.
The only way I can do that is to give my cell phone and I call him and tell him to put it somewhere else. I'm not trying to get him in trouble.
I gotcha.
As far as cases go, this one has almost everything a detective could ever want. Plenty of evidence, including DNA and a signed confession, but the one thing they don't have is the murder weapon.
So, you used 2 knives when you were dealing with Cindy? One that was on your belt? And a different one, where'd the other one come from?
I bought them, like from the gas station and shit.
Okay, so they were both knives that you had on you?
Yeah.
What did that one look like? The one you said is not around anymore?
It's like a regular knife.
You know, like a folding knife?
Yeah.
What color?
It's like black with camouflage.
Okay. And where do you think you tossed that?
And you ain't gonna find it.
Okay. So
it's probably somewhere in the fucking dump somewhere now.
Okay. You know that you put it somewhere specific that's taken to the dump?
I threw it in the trash can.
Where?
The gas station.
Which one?
On Urban Avenue.
Okay.
Across the BP.
Carroll Fuel? BP?
BP right there across the street from Armstead Gardens.
Okay. When was that?
The other day. So that's why I stopped. I stop there every day and shoot up.
Okay. You remember what time that was?
No.
Which was it? When you say the other day that you tossed the knife?
When did I do that shit? Friday.
The murder?
Yeah, Friday.
Was Saturday.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 11, 12 o'clock.
So then, when do you think you get rid of the knife?
I think it was Friday. You sure it was Saturday?
Yeah.
I think I got rid of it.
The same day or the next day?
The next day.
Okay.
Because I stayed at Judy's house that night.
Saturday night. I parked the car around the corner and I walked to Judy's house.
Alright. How about your clothes?
What?
The clothes you were wearing?
I ain't no blood on me at all.
No? Okay. Did you take that stuff with you to the motel?
I had a pair of shoes, I threw them away.
Where was that?
I don't even know.
Ryan has confessed to taking Cindy's life, but his story about how Judy ODs could go either way. The detective needs more information about how Judy died before charging him with murder. They need to show that Ryan did in fact intentionally overdose Judy. Did Ryan provide the drugs? Did he use the paraphernalia on her? Did he do so knowing that she already had a large amount of the drugs in her system? And let's not forget that he hid Judy's body for 3 months, lived in her home, and stole all of her money. There is a good chance that if Ryan had just called the police after Judy OD'd, he would not be facing 2 murder charges.
Still thinking, that at some point you're gonna get rid of her and just stay there yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when she sniffs, you said she goes out.
Yeah.
But then she came back?
Yeah, the next day.
Okay. So you thought she was dead already?
Yeah.
And she wants some...
I left and I came back to her house and she was awake.
No kidding. And she's asking for more?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you just have some or she...
Yeah, I had some because I took $500 out of her check.
So how much do you think she got? I mean, when you injected her?
Just a pill.
Just a pill. But you pretty confident that was gonna finish things off?
Yeah, she was a little.
Yeah. All right.
That dope was good.
Yeah.
I wish I had some now.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else I need to know about? Any other dead people laying around?
No, that's all. That's my word.
Okay. You said her car is someone's guy in the city somewhere.
Yeah.
And you don't want to tell me who?
I get it. You give my phone and I get the number out there and call this motherfucker for you.
Okay. I mean,
unless he got pulled over in that motherfucker already.
Yeah. Could be. All right. Any other cars I need to know about?
No.
Any steel cars and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll be right with you.
I can't give me no soda and some cookies.
Yeah.
No, I can't make it. I was like really calling girlfriend. That's what I
don't have a problem with that.
All this was fueled by addiction. I don't know if y'all understand or if y'all even seen. Everything in her is fueled by addiction. Yes, she probably died and she probably OD'd, but he saw an opportunity in it. He like, oh, she OD'd. Why not just take this opportunity to steal her money and her car? Now I could be a drug addict and I can drive around, shoot up, and you know how it go.
It's just that involve a little bit more because I gotta get you a phone and and I don't know what she do.
If I'm not even trying to get her involved for real.
I got you. You just want to talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it her cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Give me a look.
Ryan would receive 2 murder charges and would plead guilty to his crimes. At his sentencing, his public defender argued that Ryan should receive a lighter sentence because of his unstable childhood and drug addiction. Prosecution would argue that drug addiction is no excuse for what he did, and that Ryan is a danger to society. In the end, Ryan would receive 2 consecutive life sentences. This was his punishment for taking the life of his stepmother, selling all of her belongings to buy drugs, and then killing her neighbor for asking too many questions. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the new videos coming to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time here on the Red Tree Crime YouTube channel.
I had to stop and rub the cat on my way back. But look, Yeah, I was listening to the end. That's the greatness of having large speakers. Hear them all in the other room. But yeah, all this was just fueled off pure bumness. Like, he just wanted to, man, I just don't understand, like, yeah, I don't understand it at all. Like, some people just love the drugs. Like, y'all just love the feeling. Like, y'all don't want to admit. That's why I don't be feeling sorry for all of them. Y'all love that feeling. You don't want to change. That's just something you want. You ever, like, I didn't try to help people in real life. And once you realize that's something somebody wants in life, you can't really do much. You just gonna make yourself mad. You're gonna make yourself mad and never be around people like that. I'm never gonna be around people like that. I'm gonna always get away, and I'm disappearing quick. But hit that like and subscribe button though, y'all. You just never know. Like, and I don't trust nobody. I ain't gonna lie to you. So look, y'all. This wife thought she can just murder her husband and get away with it.
1997, Barbara Holder called the police, claiming that she had just found her husband's body lying on the kitchen floor. When the police arrived on scene, they noticed that the home had been ransacked, as if someone had been searching for valuable items. The naked body of Barbara's husband, Curtis Holder, was exactly where Barbara had told the police it would be. However, his ring finger had been removed and was located several feet from the body. Curtis had been stabbed 93 times, and he also had blunt force trauma to the head. At first glance, the police believed it could be a burglary gone wrong, because several homes in the area had been broken into. But the closer they looked at the crime scene, the more they realized this was a planned murder. The break-in appeared staged, as only a few of the valuable items in the home were missing. Also, an autopsy report showed that Curtis had been stabbed continuously even after he died. The police were starting to think that it could have been a crime of passion, but they didn't have enough evidence to show that Barbara was involved.
Barbara, I'm Sergeant Ratliff. I've talked to you several times already. This is Detective Dupree. And you're telling who you are.
Barbara.
Barbara what?
Barbara Holder.
Okay. Today is, you know what day it is?
I think it's June 2nd.
June the 2nd, that is correct. It's approximately 3:25 p.m., okay?
Okay.
I'm going to read you your rights again, because you know I've already read them to you before. I'm going to make sure you understand them, okay? Knowing that you understand your rights, and since we've been talking before, would it be true that you're wanting to talk to us now?
Well, first I want to know why I'm under arrest. Nobody's ever told me
Well, Barbara,
that at all. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
the reason why you're under arrest is because you made a false report to the police department.
What did I do that was false?
Well, you reported to us that there were items that were stolen from your house when this homicide took place.
Right.
Did you not?
Yes, I
Do you
did.
remember what those items were?
The VCR, the Sega, answering machine, the telephone on it, the remote control, remote telephone. And I think that's all.
The police finally caught a break in the case. Barbara's neighbor had called them because she was watching Barbara's daughter. She told the police that she received multiple calls from Barbara, asking if she could continue watching her daughter while she was being interrogated. The police confirmed that Barbara was not being interviewed, so the neighbor checked her caller ID. The number was from a local hotel. The police decided to see what Barbara was doing, so they went to the hotel and knocked on the room Barbara was in. Barbara and a man named Mark Dixon stepped out of the room. Barbara tried to explain that she had just met Mark at a bar, but when the police searched the room, they would both be put in handcuffs.
Okay. Well, Barbara, you know that last night, where did we find you last night?
At the hotel with Mark.
And you know that once we took you out, at that point in time, we ended up getting a search warrant for that apartment. And you know what we found, don't you?
No, I don't know what you found.
How do you not know what we found?
Because I don't know what was in that apartment.
You were there?
I know, hotel room. I was there, but I was only there for a little while, and most of the time I was asleep.
Well, the items that you say were stolen during the time that he was murdered were found in your motel room.
It was not my motel room.
Okay, the motel room that you were in.
And if they were in there, I never saw them in there.
How could you not?
Yeah, they got her already. I was like, how y'all gonna trap her? And they just put her in a flawless victory trap. So first off, you saying that, oh, I don't know what happened, but you saying that a murder occurred and then your husband just died of you in a hotel room with another man? Is either you did it or he did it, or you told him to do it. It's one of those.
Well,
the motel room is very small.
It was very small. All I did, I went to the bedroom, to the bed. I laid down on the bed. Mark told me to have a beer. He gave me 3 pills. I took 2 of them. I put 1 of them in my purse.
How long had you been there?
I got there and I took him, or he drove. He needed to get something to eat. He went over to Subway and they were closed. And then he went to Jack in the Box and to Sonny's.
How long had you been staying in that motel room?
I'd been asleep for about 4 hours, I know, because I called about 10 o'clock to check on Leslie, and then when I woke up it was about 1 and I called again.
So when you went in that motel room, what did you take with you?
My purse, and then I had the gray bag, like a carry-on luggage bag from the hotel.
And what else?
What was in that bag?
All was in that bag was all the knives from the house that was in that butcher block set.
Why did you take those?
Because I wanted them out of the house. I wanted the butcher block and that set. The butcher block thing itself is in the van.
So you take them with you?
Mark told me that he would get rid of mine. He called and I told him that I wanted to get, because I knew that was one of the knives was missing, that was one of the knives that had been used on Curtis. That's what he told me.
No, we didn't tell you that.
Well, you told me that was the knife that was missing out of the house.
No,
and
you told us that there was a knife that was missing out of the house.
You told me, you made me put all the knives back.
And when you put them back, you said that knife's missing.
Was gone.
That's
that
right.
Knife
You told us that. We didn't tell you
well,
that.
you told me
And
that there was a knife missing out of the set.
We asked you if knives were missing.
And there was a knife missing out of the set.
And we didn't tell you that it was used on Curtis.
Well, you told me it had been stabbed.
Okay.
Well, that kind of goes to reason that if there was a knife missing out of the kitchen set, and he had been stabbed.
Let's back up here.
She basically just sitting right here telling herself. So basically, the knife that is missing was the one used on her husband, and they're going to confirm that.
First
that
off,
was what he was stabbed with.
Time out, Barbara. Listen to me very closely. You need to understand. This is a very serious situation that you got yourself into. We know everything that is taking place.
Well, then tell me.
You know. We've already talked to Mark, and Mark has told us everything that is taking place between y'all, with Curtis, with everything. Now, he has already covered all that stuff. Now, you're hanging out there on the limb, and it's up to you on whether you want to sit there and get this stuff straight. But you're in a bad situation right now. I know pretty much everything there is to know about what took place here, and I know you've been lying to me. Now, don't tell me you haven't, because I know better. I can prove it.
You can prove it because the stuff was in the motel room last night.
There's a whole lot more
than that.
Prior to this interrogation, Mark had been interviewed and he explained what had happened. Barbara and Mark had met while they were both in a mental hospital a few weeks before the murder. Barbara told Mark that her husband had a $600,000 life insurance policy, and if he was to kill him, she would give him $50,000 and they could be together. After they were both released from the hospital, Mark hired
$50K out of 600. Boy, get your crazy.
16-year-old Johnny Lopez to assist him with the murder.
But that's a good place to start.
And then $25K because you got to split it half with somebody else? All right.
You might as well come clean with that.
You might as well.
You told us
I didn't see any of that stuff in that motel room last night. I did not see any of those items in that motel room last night.
Let's back up.
What all property did you have in that hotel room?
All the property that I had in that hotel room was that gray bag I brought in my purse. That's all I had.
What was in your
there.
purse?
My wallet. There wasn't much in my purse at all, really. My wallet, probably my red makeup bag,
Then
my keys.
how did all your clothes get in there in the dresser drawers?
I didn't have any clothes in there.
Oh yeah, you did.
We got them.
We got it. Oh yeah, you did. You had clothes in there. You had other items in there that had your name on it.
Like
They were
what?
sitting out in plain view. Everything that you said was stolen was in there,
I didn't see.
packed in your stuff. We already know everything
Well, if it
there
was
is to know.
taken from my house, wouldn't it have been packed in something in my house?
Let me ask you this simple question. Why in the world were you found in a hotel room with property that was stolen supposedly in a burglary from your house when your husband was killed?
I didn't
Can you just answer
know.
that
I
simple
did not
question?
know that the stuff was in there.
Why?
If Mark burglarized the house, I did not know Mark burglarized it.
Yeah, right. Now you sit there, you've had relations with the guy, told him that you were in love with him, you've been intimate with him, you've done everything with him. You even led him up to the point to try to kill Curtis for you. And you sit there and did all this stuff, and now you're hanging his butt out to dry.
I did not do that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did
Yeah, you
not.
did.
No, I did not.
Now listen to me. I've already told you. Now, Barbara, I've talked to you throughout this entire time. I know what happened.
He gave us every detail.
Everything to corroborate your involvement in this deal.
And his own involvement. Why would he confess to something just to get you? He hung himself out and he hung you out.
Why would you be with a man right after your husband
I was
killed?
not with a man. I told you all that last night. I had no sexual
I can
relations
take
with
you
him at
back.
all.
I can take you back 3 weeks ago when you were in the hospital and track you through time.
First thing we saw on the TV walking in there was a package of condoms.
Well, you may have seen the packages of condoms, but did you see any
Let
of
me
them
ask you
used?
something. You lied to me about the stuff that was in the van, too. I told you, I asked you, that Super 8 Motel Cup, you said that's when we go on vacation. That's bullshit, because I got records saying that you've checked into these hotels recently.
Including the day before the murder.
Your story's breaking down terribly.
On the day of the murder, Barbara let Mark and Johnny into her home, where they staged a burglary and waited for Curtis to arrive. Barbara greeted her husband as he walked in the door, and while Curtis was distracted, Mark attacked him with a large wrench. Mark claimed that Barbara grabbed the wrench from him and began using it on her husband, while Johnny used the knife. Barbara then dropped the wrench, took the knife from Johnny, and used it on her husband as well. She then removed her husband's clothing, telling the others that it was because she wanted him to be humiliated.
You sit there and called somebody and said that you were being interviewed by, interrogated by the police on Sunday evening when we weren't interrogating you. You didn't call from the police department, you called from another location. Then you called a few hours later and you told them, well, it's going to be a few more hours, and you called from the Quality Inn Motel.
That's right.
You lied, and you hung your daughter out there, and now you're sitting
I
here.
did not hang my daughter out there. She was well taken care of.
Is she?
Yes.
You know where she is now?
I asked earlier, and they told me that she was at the same house. They had called and checked on her and told them that to keep her.
Do you know where she's at now?
No, but I took your word for it.
Well, let me tell you. I can track you through this thing.
Do you want to tell me where my daughter is? Did you lie to me about where my daughter is?
Your daughter is safe.
Your daughter is
Where
safe
is my
and
daughter
sound.
at?
Your daughter is safe and just fine.
Where is she at?
You have a lot more to worry about right now than where your
Then
daughter
I want a lawyer. I want to know where my daughter is. I want to know what y'all done with my
Your
daughter.
daughter's being taken care of by family members. It's either family members or she goes to CPS.
And
we
what
didn't
about
feel like
Christopher?
it's the same thing. He's going to be taken care of by family members or they have to go through CPS.
What family members? Who has him? Who has her?
I don't know exactly who's got her.
I want to know who
Detective
has
Grant.
I want to know who
Detective
has my
Grant.
daughter. I want to know who has my daughter.
Listen to me.
I don't want to talk anymore. I want a lawyer, and I want to know where my kids are. If y'all are going to treat me like that, that's fine.
If we're going to treat you like what?
The way you're acting.
How do you expect me to feel?
How do you expect me to feel?
I've been talking
I've
to
been
you
up
through
here
this
for
whole
days
thing.
with you through this whole thing.
Excuse me.
I can assure you that your kids are being cared for.
You've lied to me about where they are, who's got them.
Your daughter's at, they didn't know where your daughter was.
Then why didn't they just come right out and say that?
Because they didn't know. Don't shout.
Then they should have just said.
Why are you shouting at me?
Because y'all, you're telling me that
Listen to me.
she's one place and she's someplace else, and you told me that you would call and see that she was all right.
I personally give your daughter to Judy. Been friends with
Judy.
Judy Dent, and your grandparents came down and have got her.
My grandparents? My grandparents are dead.
Her grandparents.
She doesn't have any grandparents.
Curtis's sister has got her. It was either that or CPS, and I decided that I didn't want your daughter to go to CPS.
Well, why didn't you tell me that when I asked you?
This is the first time you've asked me, Bob.
I asked earlier.
Did you ask me?
I asked when we were in Webster, couldn't I call and tell them?
Did you ask me?
No, I asked him.
Right, I have taken
And
care.
he told me that that he called the people she was with, and that she was with the same people. That it
Barbara,
was
you
taken
and
care
I
of.
have been talking for the last 3 days. I have looked after your daughter. I promise.
What about Chris?
Yeah, she over here talking about all this. Oh, where's my daughter? This and that. She trying to seem like a concerned parent, but you're not gonna see your daughter until you at least, if I'm being honest with you, in your late 60s, early 70s, one of them.
Christopher's the same thing. When he gets in tonight at 7:30, they are going to page me. He's going to be brought to the station, and then Curtis's brother and Judy and Lori are coming here to pick him up and take him to Friendswood. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now.
Barbara, listen to me. Just listen to me. We're not going to talk anymore today. Okay? We've got a statement from Mark. We have corroborating evidence. We're going to take you back to the back. If you want to talk to us, that's fine. You can talk to Marty. And you can talk with him in the morning. Or any time that you say that you want to talk to him. But we're through talking for today, unless you decide otherwise. And if you do, you can call the dispatcher and tell them you want to talk to him. But right now, we're through. We're going to go put you up. We'll check on you in the morning. If you want to talk to him, then you can.
And when am I getting a lawyer?
It's up to you.
I want a lawyer now.
No, then that's fine.
You get one.
That's fine.
Hold on just a second. Have a seat. We'll be back with you in just a second.
In the end, Barbara was charged with capital murder. The evidence against her was strong, but to ensure a conviction, prosecution offered Johnny Lopez a deal. In exchange for his testimony against his other 2 co-defendants, he would receive 40 years in prison. Mark and Barbara would both be found guilty, and they both received life in prison. What are your thoughts on this case? Please share them in the comments below.
Yeah, I gotta watch out for that. I keep telling y'all she gonna be out by the time she like 70, like 60s, no matter what. But yeah, don't try to murder your husband, think you're gonna get away with it. And then the fact that she went right to another man's hotel room, like okay, all right. That's smart. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, Barbara, you know that last night...
Like she really thought she was getting away with this one, but she wasn't. But look, sometimes you gotta watch out who you have a relationship with. Sometimes you gotta watch out who you marry. Sometimes they don't like you. If you feel that hate start getting strong, get away, because it might be too late if you don't. Not gonna lie to you. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm finna go ahead and get out of here for now. Like just watch. Look, I watch everybody.